You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
Okay, we're back. Let's talk about county funding for the New Hanover County school system. Commissioner Barfield, during the campaign, you suggested that teacher pay supplements should be increased by the school board without additional money from the county, that they should reprioritize how they spend money. First of all, is that accurate?
Exactly.
Okay. And Ms. Redenbaugh is a member of the board now. Any comments on that?
I agree with Jonathan in that I think that the school board or the school district needs to take a really long and hard look at how we spend our money and make sure that we're being good stewards of the money that's been entrusted to us by the taxpayers. With that said, obviously we're in a recession, and if you read the newspaper this week, I think the legislature has asked back for $944,000, which will be an interesting problem to tackle on the school board, where to cut. And obviously, and I believe this strongly, and probably Jason and Jonathan do too, that the school board or the schools, public schools, affect our future probably more than any other public institution. Mm-hmm. And so we don't want to take away from the quality of education that we provide our children. So it'll be hard.
Commissioner Thompson, again, you're in a unique position as a former Wilmington City Councilman and current County Commissioner with respect to the Consolidated Cape Fear Water and Sewer Authority. A lot of citizen outrage about how all of that has played out. Some comments?
Sure. We can take another whole subject, another show on that subject. A lot of the comments and the outrage are emotional. And in politics and in government, you'll find, you can't combat emotion. You have to deal with facts and reality. And the facts and the reality are 86% of the Cape Fear Public Utility Authority's customers saw little to no increase in their bill. On the other side,
86 didn't get their bill, 86%.
Okay, no doubt that the first billing cycle was a disaster.
Right.
I gave them an F on billing at our public forum. I think you were there. So that's done as of October 31st. All bills are out, everything's done now, and it's being called up. The facts are the county had a system that the customer did not pay for what they used. The city has always been an enterprise fund, and they paid, if you used $1, you paid $1. So those people who are complaining the loudest, and now I'm hearing it as a county commissioner, were people who had flat rate sewer and had subsidized water rates. Those have gone away, and now people will pay for what they use, and that's the fairest way to do anything.
The city was subsidizing?
The county, $2 million a year, was subsidizing their water rates.
The county was?
Yes, sir.
The city was done as an
enterprise.
enterprise.
City is a total enterprise fund. If it cost us X and we have 10 people, X divided by 10, that's what you pay.
Some of the opposition to the original plan, the consolidation plan, was that the elected officials were removed from direct oversight, and therefore pressure to elected officials wasn't present. Any comment on that, Commissioner Barfield?
Well, it does remove the hands of the county commissioners and the city council from that, but at the same time, I think you have competent individuals that are running that, and the commissioners as well as the city council do have representatives on that board to make sure that the county's needs are met and the city's needs are met. And I don't think we're going to let this thing go anywhere awry to where it's going to be a detriment to our community.
So you were in favor of the consolidation effort?
I have no problem with that whatsoever.
And now we get to the issue that many would say the commission election turned on Titan Cement. First of all, do you think the election turned on that issue?
I think that it was a big buzzword throughout the whole process. I talked at a lot of forums about the whole Titan situation. I went to most of the forums that Titan did not attend. I did my research. I've met with the Titan officials. I've met with the Stop Titan folks and did my own initial looking into this whole process and realized that it wasn't good for our community, in my opinion. And that opinion hasn't changed. And as I said that, louder and louder, more people responded to what I was having to say in terms of being against the Titan cement plant coming here.
Do you agree that the election, that had a big impact on the election? It
had an impact. I don't know that I would say it was very, very big, because Commissioner Davis that voted for that project, he got reelected. It got a lot of media attention. There was a lot of talk about it, but it's hard to say that. I think there were so many things that we wanted to change in the county. That was just one piece of the puzzle put them all together, maybe it makes the perfect storm, and it certainly helped.
Well, in varying degrees, neither of you supported the Titan initiative by the county.
We're the top two vote getters, so maybe that tells us. Maybe you're right, Don.
Where would you like to see the county go from here on this issue?
Well, I know that the county now is looking at zoning throughout the county to make sure that we don't have another situation like this.
Absolutely.
Brunswick County announced the same thing in terms of looking at their zoning to make sure that you don't have an area that's now predominantly residential that used to be primarily commercial, so you don't have a conflict between the two. As a realtor, I've sold homes to people that within a half-mile radius of the Titan plant, brand new homes. These folks had no idea that a plant would be operating there, and to have it there, it's definitely going to have an impact on property value.
Is there any impact that the two of you can have on commission relative to that, to Titan?
The only thing that we can do is to speak with our local delegation at Raleigh, our representatives and our senator, and say, as commissioners, of course I can speak for Jonathan because I know he's against it, we don't support this for our area. Or conversely, if they're one of the commissioners that do, say we do support it, and send them letters and emails and talk to them and ask them to really look at the regulation about the air quality permits. Other than that, there's not a whole lot that the current county commissioners can do to undo the deal that has been struck.
What about the county incinerator, Waste Tech? It's been a controversial issue since it was built. I think it was in 1984. On a recent WHQR forum, Commissioner Bobby Greer said he favors shutting it down, that it's too expensive to operate. Your comments, Commissioner Barfield?
I'm waiting to see all the facts on that. I've had conversations with several people, some people that are private haulers, as well as some of the other commissioners, and I really want to sit down and just study this whole issue and make sure that we're not shortchanging ourselves. I mean, the incinerator is almost paid off. There's quite a bit of work that needs to be done to it to get it up and running again. And I look at it as one of John Maxwell's laws of sunken costs, where you put so much money into something that it's kind of hard to walk away from it. But at the same time, if it's not going to cost us that much to get it up and running, let's go that route. But if it is, let's look at another alternative. But we need to find ways to continue to burn our trash to eliminate putting so much trash into the landfill.
Commissioner Thompson.
Well, on January the 20th, we have an advisory board that gives us their recommendations that has been studying this for a year. My first inclination is to say this, that government, be it city, county, or any level, the government's job is not to provide you with a job, to be your job. So if we have to close things down and employees have to be cut, that's one of the things I'm willing to do. And that's been the main issue. There's 63 employees there. No one wants 63 county employees to lose their job. I don't want them to lose their job, but it's not the taxpayer's responsibility to provide a job if it's not a benefit to the taxpayer.
Well, it gets rid of waste and it generates energy.
It's also one of the largest polluters in our county. So, you know, let's look at every side of it.
Well, talking about polluting, what's your position on countywide curbside recycling?
Well, I say we're both. I campaigned on that. We need countywide curbside recycling and trash pickup. We need all those things to quit having some of our last few untouched forested areas become everybody's private dumping ground, which it is.
Commissioner Barfield.
And I agree with that. That's one thing I love about being in the city. They actually come and pick up my recyclables. When I lived in the county, I had to do that myself, and I didn't have a problem with it, but everyone doesn't share my point of view in terms of taking their recyclables to a bin and discarding them.
We're almost out of time. I want to give you the last word, your number one priority as you move forward on the school board.
My number one priority is probably planning, looking ahead, making sure that as a board that we're making decisions that forward the mission of the school district as a whole.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Jonathan Barfield Jr., Commissioner Jason Thompson, and School Board Member Elizabeth Redenbaugh for joining us today on Byline Wilmington. That's going to do it. We'll see you next week for more on the people and the issues that are the fabric of the Lower Cape Fear. I'm Don Ansell. Have a great week.
You've been watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Join us every Sunday morning at 11 as we explore the issues that concern you.